Alright folks, Rob's back looking to be on the play here with this kind of awkward deck. We'll see if it gives us the appropriate lands. And it does. I guess I really couldn't ask for a better set of lands and spells. This is actually pretty decent. We have turn 2 plays, turn 3 plays, turn 4 plays. This is going to be a no-mull. And we're going to go ahead and give our opponent the hand good luck. Mr. Xander. And I'm going to hope that I can play appropriately as sleep starts to weigh in upon me. So seeing red, Boros seems to be pretty common that I've seen so far. So between a Skinbrand Goblin and a Gutter Skulk, I mean we could just keep the Goblin for the trick. So I guess I'll just go ahead and play out this Gutter Skulk here. Only reason really to keep the Gutter Skulk is if like I pulled Denizen, because then I could use it to give something Intimidate, which I guess would be kind of cool. So here the question is get more power or get a Dutiful Thrall, and I think the idea is going to be just to get more power. We will go ahead and swing in here because we can. And it looks like he didn't have a 2-drop for his Boros deck, which is good for us. I could also play a Plains and get both the Goblin and the Thrall down. And I don't think that that's terrible, but that leaves me stuck with 1,000 Lashes that I can't play. That might be okay, though, because we do have a Corpse Blockade if we have absolutely nothing else to do. But sometimes you just want to be able to have black mana up when you throw the Thrall down. But I guess if he's going to use a kill spell on a Thrall, I don't really feel too bad about that. I think let's just go ahead and develop. And we will go ahead and do that like this. And like this. And yeah, this is a weird deck. I mean, he might be looking at this right now and wondering what the heck we're doing. Also, I'm going to feel pretty bad if Alms Beast comes out. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind trading either of my... oh, Holy Mantle's good. I don't mind trading either of my 2-drops for that guy. So I will certainly rush in here. And I don't know if taking 4 is what he's going to want to do, but maybe the Corpse Street Denizen is his key to victory. Okay, that's fine. Corpse Blockade looking good here, so we'll go ahead and throw this guy down. And we are ready to go. Dutiful Thrall with a Holy Mantle. Kind of interesting. Basically, it gives me a 3/3 unblockable guy that I can regenerate. I like that. I'm okay with that. Legion Loyalist is not quite so impressive. Realistically, I think we just go ahead and get this Holy Mantle on this Thrall right now. As much as I would like to do this and then have mana up to regenerate, nothing is really going to be able to kill this thing unless he drops like an Edict, which would be pretty bad. But I don't know. We kind of have a dominating board position here. Yeah, let's just get the early beats on. Let's do it. He's got to have removal for this now, or it's just going to be really bad for him. And I don't mind leaving a Skinbrand Goblin back. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and see if he wants to make the trade there. Legion Loyalist is really annoying, and I don't mind just getting that off the board. And if he has a trick, at least it'll pull it out on a stupid little Skinbrand Goblin instead of on my Corpse Blockade. Alright, I guess not. So down to 13, this is the telling moment whether or not he has something for this Thrall. He's going to need an Angelic Edict. I can't actually think of anything else he could have to get rid of this thing right now in red and white. Maybe someone knows better than me, though. Well, he does have green, so I mean, I guess he could I don't know, I guess he could pit fight if he had a creature on the board. Yep, Spark Trooper's pretty good. So we will be we'll be taking 6 and he'll be gaining 6. And that's fine, I guess. Don't really feel like utilizing my my Corpse Blockade for that. Let's go. Let's go ahead and rush in here for our 3. So that was pretty sweet. I mean, it got him a bunch of damage in, and it basically like stabilized his board a little bit. We can go ahead and Wojak Halberdiers here, and feel okay with that. Okay. Zertos Wine is fine because at this point now I have removal in my hand, so I'm not really worried about him getting guys on the board. So I think we can just go ahead and... do we want to Edict this, or do we want a 1,000 Lash as this? I think because... Yeah, I think we can just Edict it. It's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and rush in for 6. 6 feels good. He has a way to get that Spark Trooper back with like Wildwood Rebirth, which he could very well do right now. That would not feel too great. That would basically give him... that would basically shift our life totals once more. I'd probably just throw the Corpse Blockade in front of it. Alright, so that was a scoop. So the deck worked out okay. I think a lot of it had to do with our really good opening hand. We were seeing some pretty decent stuff coming up, though. I mean, we were really lucky to just get all of our colors out right away. So he is the Boros deck. Dutiful Thrall, quite important for this. Mugging as well should do some work because all of his guys will be small enough for that to take care of. Flyers are going to be good. Didn't see any flyers from him. He does have Spark Trooper, which is a thing, but I don't really think we have a lot of ways to deal with that anyway. It's basically bigger than everything that we have. And, I mean, realistically, you could Holy Mantle up a guy and deal with it that way, but that means no swinging. And no swinging against Boros is not the way to go. So, there's a Fortress Cyclops that we could bring in, but I don't know how amazing I feel about that. I kind of like having our early starts there. I think we'll just go ahead and run this back out there and see how it does. Like I said, a lot of it, he did mold to 6, and we did have some pretty decent mana. This doesn't look terrible. We are going to have our black and white, and we do have all black and white spells. But we're not going to be doing anything until turn 3 unless we start pulling off the top. But we are on the draw, so I'm okay with that. Maybe we'll draw a land and get it in there. Okay, or we can draw this girl. Look at us, the aggressive Borzov deck. Okay, that's something I would trade with, I think. Basilica Screecher, pretty good. We seem to be curving out here pretty decently. I'd much rather just trade with that rather than swing in for 1 damage. So, especially since we kind of need to make sure that we can develop our board as much as we can. Okay, Ember Beast, pretty good here for him. So we see another swamp. We can play out the Key Rune, or we could play out a Corpse Blockade. We could play out Key Rune and Dutiful Thrall. That's pretty good. I mean, if he does attack with this Ember Beast, that does mean that he has to attack with the Skinbrand Goblin, so we'd be taking 3, but at least we would get this guy off the board. I feel okay about that. Let's go ahead and just fly on in there for 1 first off. Because the Basilica Screecher is not blocking, that's for sure. We could also just lay down the Corpse Blockade, but I kind of really want my white mana out there. Because things like 1,000 Lashes become available. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start developing the board. If we take 3, we take 3. We will not be able to extort right now, but we'll have some mana to do it later. And we'll go ahead and pay this for our dutiful thrall. Not getting the extort triggers out, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if it's just better to hold all this stuff, but I kind of hate just stalling the board totally. Stalling my board totally. Okay, Madcap skills is fine. So we are going to end up taking quite a little bit of damage here, and I'm not 100% sure I want to take this 3. We are going to have 1,000 lashes for this, and then this Ember Beast is kind of useless. So the question, I guess, is do I want to take 8 when he has stuff like Spark Trooper? I don't really think I do, but I don't really think I want to just throw this girl away either. Yeah, I mean, well, let's take for right now. We'll see if we can do some stabilizing with our draining. And who knows, maybe he'll go all in here and do like some double pumps or something. He's thinking, we'll go ahead and pause here and see what he wants to do. I don't know if it's going to be a martial glory, and he's just trying to determine whether he wants to get me down as quick as possible. Oh, here we go. Alright, yep, 8's pretty good. Skyjack is pretty good too, actually. Alright. So we have our 1,000 lashes, and I think we pretty much have to use it, and I think we need to not extort because we're going to need to keep regeneration mana up, and that's fine. So we can 1,000 lashes this. And, I mean, again, it's kind of unfortunate that we don't get to extort. That's just kind of the way it is right now. Go ahead and flutter over for a 1 here. So Spark Trooper would be pretty bad right about now. And it looks like that might be what's happening. Okay, Angelic Edict. That could be a card as well. Yeah, we're going to take a boatload of damage. Alright, well, the blocks are definitely happening. And we will go ahead and regenerate our dude as the cards go totally haywire. Alright, that was a beating. So I guess the question is Corpse Blockade or Undercity Informer, and I guess the answer is Corpse Blockade with Extort and then still leaving regeneration mana up, and I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and get in here. And if we do see a Spark Trooper, that's just kind of game over. Let's see if we can stabilize a little bit. Legionnaire we have not seen yet, but you never know. Okay, Scorchwalker's pretty good as well. But we can still hold his guys back, which is alright. And unfortunate as it is, I kind of feel like we really can't attack with our Basilica Screecher, which is pretty unfortunate. So I guess we'll just go ahead and do some extorting. And get our Undercity Informer online, because we need to be able to block this Skyjack. And we need to be able to have decent blocks as well. So we're down to 1 card, he's down to 2 cards. Spark Elemental would probably our Spark Trooper would probably just be the worst thing that we could possibly see. Do have our sack outlets here. It would be kind of neat if in the red for the Borzov there was a active treason. That would be kind of nice, because it would be cool to be able to take a dude and then beat some face with him and then sack him. I think that just increases the value of the card a lot. Not too sure what to think here. While our opponent's thinking about what to do, we'll go ahead and pause and we'll be back when he's ready to go. Alright, we're back with the Syndic of Tithes. And that's pretty decent. Pretty decent for him. We're both kind of just drawing off the top here. The problem is that I don't have any good attacks, which is pretty unfortunate. I need to either A, get a secondary creature in the air, which would be nice, or we could draw a nice bomb. That'd be nice too. Alright, he's going back and forth waiting. I'm just going to go ahead and pause at my leisure, and we'll be back and forth when he's ready to go. Alright, just drawing the swamp there, huh? Well, I guess we can go ahead and play our Undercity Informer and extort. Or we could just keep mana open for the Key Rune. But realistically, I think we're going to regenerate this no matter what. So I guess we'll go ahead and just tap here and extort for 1. And there's no reason to play this land right now, just because I'd rather not empty our hand. And if we did have the Primordial coming up for us, we wouldn't be able to play it anyway, I don't think. What is this? 4, 5, 6. Actually, if we play it, we can play the Primordial, so that's pretty neat. But who knows if he's one of the 26 cards in our library here. Alright, here we are looking at our attacks. Opponent's just playing kind of slow right now, so I'm actually doing some stuff as well around the house, so I can't really talk either. More land. That's not exactly what we wanted to see. So yeah, we're kind of at a standstill right here, and this is really unfortunate because it's a question of whether he draws his bombs first or we draw our bombs first, and I don't really feel like getting Spark Trooper to death, but we just don't have any attacks. I can't allow that Daring Skyjack to hit us in the face. Kind of wish we had an aerial maneuvers or something. Now I think I will go ahead and play one of the lands, though, and the reason being is in case we do draw the Primordial, we can lay down a land, play the Primordial, and then have regeneration mana open for the Dutiful Thrill, which I'm fine with. Okay, Nav Squad Commandos is a card. Our attacks still are not looking very good, but we're, I guess, slowly grinding him down with Extort. But this is just not the game I want to play here. I do not want to play the waiting game with a Boros deck that could just explode out of nowhere with like a, I don't know, a Spark Elemental and hit me in the face. It is the top decathon, though. Kind of glad that I didn't put that 18th land in here. Alright, still no attacks. And it looks like we are just drawing land as well. I guess we'll go ahead and lay down a mountain. It's tough trying to determine whether our attacks are looking any good or not. Okay, I think at this point we need to actually start doing something here, so I need to figure out what we want to do. We can go in with a nav squad commandos, and if we do, he can double block and we can take something out. But realistically, I think we're actually going to be closer to just milling him out. How many lands does he have out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. 7 with the key rune. As much as I hate to say it, I think the mill plan is the plan. And we don't know how many of the cards in his hand are just more lands that are being sandbagged. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9. So he has 9 lands out now. Do we have enough mana to sack everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? Clan Defiance on a Basilicus creature and the Nav Squad commandos. Okay. So all right. Yes, I have looked at them. Okay. How much damage is this dealing us? 1, 2, 3. Okay. It takes 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It takes 2. So it's dealing 7 to us. And his attacks still don't look great. Alright, so I guess this is the moment of truth. Alright, Balustrid Spy. Can we just win this here? Because if we don't, I have a feeling, I don't know what could happen next turn. We need to make sure that we kill him here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. Okay, so 11. I need to pause for a minute and do some math here. Okay, I guess we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. Oh boy, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's do it. Oh boy. Alright. Let's get there. Let's hope that one card in hand is just another land. I hope I'm not boring you guys to sleep. Come on, partner. Look at the cards and let's go. All right. Let's get there. Let's get there. I think we just got there. Oh, man alive. Got there. Wow. Alright, guys. Well, a win is a win. And I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys for round 2